Hi, I'm here with Neil Blanchard of Neil Blanchard Designs. We're at AXPONA, and I'm going to ask him about his speaker designs. I listened to them, and they were fantastic. How do you make a fantastic speaker, Neil?
Well, this is the third and fourth designs that I've done, mass-loaded transmission lines. Definitely a learning curve, software and crossover, big time, which is a different piece of software. But the cabinet was, a lot of software. The three-dimensional acoustic program that I use, modeling program, is called Horn Response or Horn Resp, and it's deep program. I had a lot of help from a number of different folks to get familiar with it, but once I tried a couple of goes and built them and then listened to them and adjusted them, that settled relatively quickly, and then it's been 4 iterations roughly of crossovers.
So how did you decide on mass-loaded transmission lines?
Oh, well, that story is I bought a pair of Lineam LT1000s from a pawn shop in Danbury, Connecticut, for $400. They were $1,900 speakers in 1991 or 2 when they were sold. And it was the last weekend before the shutdown of the pandemic. I got them home, and I was like, just completely taken back how good they were. But I learned a little bit about them, and old school transmission lines have a big dip in the response. So I looked into the software and found out, throw those old rules out, use the software, and it'll do the calculations. So they have smooth, extended response, and never look back after that.
So what was it about that design that blew you away?
Well, a lot of things. I mean, I like the surprise was that the mid-range is better. In addition to the bass is great. I mean, it's really articulate and clear and clarity that I've never heard in any other speaker.
The mid-range, there's no resistance?
Yeah, it in the upper end of its frequency, it's not got a box that's a spring, an air spring behind it, so that basically the mid-range is operating more like a open baffle. So the mid-range was the big surprise in terms of the clarity. And then the bass, just goes from there. The driver you go below the driver's free air resonance, which is very impressive. So, yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yep.
Like I said, they sounded fantastic.
Well, thank you very much.
Is this you've shown them before?
I did. I was at Capitol Audio Fest in November with sharing a room with Trishelli Labs, and they invited me as a guest the year before that. So I had my prototypes there at that point. Yeah. So they've improved each time, I think. So yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. All
Yep.
right. Well,
thank you.
Thank you
For asking.
Of course. So if you're interested in a speaker design, do you have like a website or Facebook?
I do.
Okay.
It's my company is Neil Blanchard Designs. So the website is nbdesigns with an S .work is the domain. So I like that phrase, that my designs work.
They do. Confirm. All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right.